Where were we going?
Oh, I forgot. Let's just cut through the park. You think animals are conscious?
I don't know. It's an interesting question. What do you mean by conscious?
Guess it's part of the question. It's hard to put a definition on it, you know? Seems like consciousness is simply an accepted term that people loosely base their own definitions off of.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'd probably say that consciousness is like being aware of oneself. You know, like abstract thought.
I think others would agree with that definition, but I disagree. I think consciousness is to have any form of thought.
You okay, but then I would say that animals are conscious, but I don't think I would say that they're self-conscious.
Meaning they're aware of their surroundings, but they're not like you?
Like me?
Yeah. Intellectual. Trapped in a cage of self-reflection. In a sort of perpetual existential crisis.
Yes, like self-reflection. Okay, like are they aware of the choices that they make and how those choices affect their surroundings?
To a point, I'm sure. All animals are survivalists.
Yeah, but there's a huge difference between self-preservation and self-awareness. Like, I'm sure an animal is aware of their surroundings in a hunter-gatherer sense of the word, but I don't think that they walk through the park asking themselves these types of questions. Like I said, abstract thought.
How do you know that animals aren't conscious?
What?
I'm just saying, let's at least advertise the idea.
And I'm not saying my dog talks philosophy or religion, but I do think it's naive to deny that any dog or other animal have complex and abstract thought.
That's the problem. Because complex and abstract aren't synonyms. And the idea that a dog can do any of those things is ridiculous. We're talking about
No.
an animal
What?
that will eat its own shit.
But they do, brother. Listen.
What?
If a dog's stuck on top of a mountain and the sun's going down, it has two decisions to make. Either jumps and risks the injury, or stays and risks the cold night. Those are two complete, difficult, abstract, and complex thoughts. And it's not just limited to jump or stay, but there's millions of variables affecting that dog's decision whether to jump or not. How far is the jump? Will I make it down to my family in time?
If that's not a complex thought, then I don't know what is.
That is right there. Thinking about thinking is complex. I'll race you.
All I'm saying is there's not much evidence showing that an animal will do anything other than eat, sleep, and fuck.
It's hard for me to accept that humans are so much more evolved than animals when there's such clear parallels between us and them. Eating, sleeping, the two staples of life. Something that we all share. Don't let me get started on sex.
No, let's talk about sex. There is a huge difference between human sex and animal sex.
Human sex just happened to have evolved a lot more. When two people, or more, intimately open themselves up,
They expose themselves to a new form of beauty, a new form of intimacy, and with that comes an inevitable connection that those people share.
That's stupid. Having sex is the most primal, animalistic thing you can do. It's biologically embedded within every living being to enjoy sex.
if we're speaking in strictly physical terms, then yes. But human sexual behavior is so complex. For other organisms, the urge to procreate is the only reason for existence. It's the Holy Grail, the continuation of life. But humans aren't like that at all, because most humans just have sex for the pleasure of it, not to procreate at all. And then there are some humans, and they become priests, and they don't have sex ever. Like ever, and that's crazy, right? Humans are animals, but it's so much different. They're so much more complex, right? And if we're speaking
Damn,
in
you're walking in
strictly...
circles.
No, let's go this way. It makes sense, right? More women, more babies. But most of the Western world, of course excluding Utah, say screw all that, let's be monogamous. There's literally no other purpose behind this than emotion. I agree with you that animals have some notion of intimacy when it comes to sex, but they lack the full mental and emotional spectrum to understand love, I guess.
Swans do. Swans. They stay with one mate their whole lives. That's beautiful.